All right, so let me show you the module here. So the first chapter in class exercise, question number 1 to 5. Any doubt? In class exercise, first chapter 1.1, sorry, this is third, 1.1. In class exercise, question number 1 to 5. Any doubt? Please write the doubt, write the question number in the chat if you have any doubt from 1 to question number 5. Come on, guys. Any doubt from question number 1 to 5? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I won't show you. Otherwise, you will say, "Ye wala kar do," because you might not have attempted those questions. Now, while looking at the question, you'll think, okay, this might be a kind of tricky question, so let us go for this question. Okay, Tanishka is saying question number 6. Okay, before 5 or till 5, any doubt? I'm still waiting for your responses, guys. If you have any doubt, please let me know. First of all, those who are joining now, please come on time. Chalo, jaldi se batao. No one has said any question from question number 1 to 5. So let us go to question number 6 to 10. So I have got a doubt from question number 6. Then question number 10. Okay, so let us start with question number 6. Everybody please read question number 6. Kya question hai dekho? Suppose your hair grows at the rate of 0.17 inches per day. ठीक है? Find the rate at which it grows in nanometers per second. Just imagine how they have framed the question. So the rate of growth of the hair is what? 0.17 inches per day. मेरा इतना हो जाए तो अच्छा हो जाए यार. Find the rate at which it grows in nanometers per second. Find answer to the nearest nanometer. All right? Yeah, unit conversion. 1 inch, everything is given to you. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. 2.54 into 1.7 is also given to you, so that you don't have to calculate. That is 4.32. Right? चलिए, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 है ये. P1.1 in class exercise. All right, देखिए, let me call that length rate of growth is dy by dt. ठीक है, rate of growth है ना, rate of like how the change of hair will like how the hair will grow in one, like per unit time, like that. So it is given to us as 0.17 inches per day. So can I write this as these many inches divided by 1 day? All right, guys. Now we have to convert this into nanometer. Nanometer, है ना? Nanometer per second. So let us convert this into nanometer. So 0.17 inch hai. 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeter. So these many inches will be 2.54 centimeter. Now, how can I convert this centimeter into nanometer? So we know that, let me write it here. 1 meter is equal to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. So 1 centimeter कितना हो जाएगा बताओ? यहाँ से I can write, this can be written as 100 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power 9 nanometer. All right, guys. So I can say 1 centimeter is equal to 10 to the power 7 nanometer. So I'll multiply here 10 to the power 7 and I'll get a nanometer in the numerator, divided by 1 day, 24 hours. 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, right? 24 into 60. And this is what? This has been converted. This is hour into minutes. Because 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Now 60 minutes will have, like one minute will have 60 seconds. So into 60. Guys, did you understand this? Guys, click yes if you have understood this. These many seconds. So now solve this part, you'll get the answer. Something divided by something nanometer per second. Tanishq, did you get the answer? Did you understand this? Good morning, Ritvika, but you have came late. चलो बहुत बढ़िया. तो question number 6 is now sorted. Any doubt in question number 6? This is normal unit conversion. Okay, let us move on to next question. So from question number 6 to 10, any other doubt? So I think someone, Meghna has asked question number 10. Before question number 10, do you have any other doubt? Question number 6 to 10. Any doubt, bachcha log? Please feel free to ask the doubt, guys. I will not say anything that this is easy or tough. I will say this is easy question or tough question, but I'll not tell anything to you. Don't worry. Please feel free to ask the doubt. Okay, so after so much of anyway, question number 10. Let us go to question number 10. Meghna has asked question number 10. देखिए, the velocity, this is question number 10. The velocity of a wave in a string is dependent on tension. Tension is what? A force. Tension is what? A force in the string. And you can denote that tension with a T. And the mass per unit length of the string, that is mu. Find the expression for the velocity of the wave in the string as a function of some power of the tension and mass per unit length of the string. कौन सा टॉपिक का यूज करेंगे बच्चा लोग? We'll use the dimensional analysis. We'll use the principle of homogeneity, right? चलिए तो question number 10 solve करते हैं. So velocity of the wave depends on tension. I don't know how does it depend. Directly proportional to tension, or inversely proportional to tension, or directly proportional to tension square, or inversely proportional to tension square. We don't know, right? So I'll say, let us say velocity of the wave depends on tension to the power A. Similarly, I can say, let us say velocity of the wave depends on mu to the power B. ठीक है? चलो कोई बात नहीं, देखेंगे बच्चा. So now I can combine these two and I can write V is equal to some dimensionless constant K into T to the power A, V to the power B. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? Ritvika, I might forget those numbers. When I'll ask you na in the same order, please let me know the doubts, okay? Don't worry. So velocity can be written as a dimensionless constant into T to the power A into V to the power B. If this equation holds true, then can I say that dimensional formula for this must be equal to dimensional formula for this? So let me write the dimensional formula for V. What is dimensional formula for V, bachcha log? So L T inverse 1, that is the velocity, is equal to K is a dimensionless constant. I don't have to worry about that. What about T? T is a tension, right? Don't consider this as time. This is what? Tension, force. What is the dimensional formula for force? ML T inverse 2 to the power A. Now what is this? Mu. This is mu, not V. This is what? Mu. This is mu. Mu is what? Mass per unit length. Mass per unit length. So M L inverse 1, M by L, right? Divided by, sorry, M L inverse 1 is nothing but mass per unit length to the power V. Now if this equation is true, okay, then can I say that dimension of mass on left hand side must be equal to dimension of mass on the right hand side? So compare the dimensions. So comparing the dimensions. Guys, we have done this part a lot of time. Okay? So those who have any doubt, please clarify your doubts right now. This is the last chance you'll get. Now, what is the dimensional formula? What is the dimension of M on the right hand side? Sorry, left hand side. Tell me. What is the dimension of M on the left hand side? It is 0 because no M is there. That means this is M to the power 0. So dimension of M on the left hand side is laddu, motichur ka laddu, is equal to. What is the dimension of M to the right hand side? On the right hand side, M to the power A, M to the power V, they have been multiplied. So M to the power A plus V. What is dimension? The power raised to the physical quantities, right? So dimension of M to the right hand side is what? A plus B. So from here I'll get A is equal to minus B. Okay. Now let us compare the dimension of L. Dimension of L on the left hand side is 1, as you can see. Dimension of L on the right hand side. This is L to the power A. This is L to the power minus A to the power B. So this is what? L to the power A minus B. So A minus B. All right. Since A is equal to minus B, so I can write this as 2A is equal to 1, and this will give us A is equal to half. Since A is equal to minus B, I can write this minus B as A. So A plus A is equal to 1, and that will give us 2A is equal to 1, and that is nothing but A is equal to half. So I got the value of A. Now if I got the value of A, can I say that B is equal to minus half? Now do I need to compare the dimension of T here? No, we don't have to do it, because already I have got the value of A and B. ठीक है, चलो बहुत बढ़िया. So can I say that I have got this velocity as k into t to the power half into mu to the power minus half. So I can write this as k into square root of t divided by mu. This is the velocity. मेघना समझ में आया? In wave, ठीक है, in transverse wave, in 14th chapter of first PU, you will be taught this part, that speed of transverse wave is equal to square root of t divided by mu. In that case, you'll say where this k has gone, sir, that will be taken care by the experimental data. It has been observed that this will be equal to 1. All right. Now question number 10 is done. Question number 11 to 12. Question number 11, 12. Any doubt? Yeah, question number 12. I know that. See, that is nothing but, don't worry about this. I think it's time. बचा हुआ time है हमारे पास. So this is nothing but, this will be solved using parallax method. ठीक है? And what is that? That is very, very easy concept. Just consider if you are at this point, and if there is a very large object from you, if this large object subtend an angle theta at your eye, ठीक है, if this is a very large object, large distance, can I say that this might be considered as, okay, this is what, an arc, because this angle will be very small, right? So I can say theta will be equal to, if this is length L, this is length R, so L divided by R. And since this is at a very large distance, so this distance and this distance will also be considered same. ठीक है? So we call in that case theta will be equal to L divided by R. This is called as the diameter of the object. If you are having about a let's say planet or a spheroid, so this will be the diameter of the planet. So I'll teach you once everything related to dimensional formula. Error will be over. ठीक है? Yes, parallax method. That is not very tough thing. तो मैंने उसको पढ़ाया नहीं था, बता दूंगा. Don't worry. So please solve the other part now. At the end, I'll teach you this. ठीक है? चलिए, except 12, question number 12. Let me know any other doubt in class exercise. चलो जल्दी से बताओ. In P1.1, the first chapter, do you have any other doubt in class exercise? चलो, किसी को कोई doubt नहीं है? Very good. Now let us move on to homework section. In homework section, question number 1 to 5. Any doubt? In homework section, question number 1 to 5. जल्दी से बताओ बच्चा लोग. In homework section, question number 1 to 5. No doubt. ठीक है? Question number 6 to 10. Question number 6 to 10. Okay, question number 6. ठीक है बच्चा, don't worry. This one, right? This will be solved using the same method, parallax method, बच्चा. I'll teach you. Very, very easy concept. ठीक है? Let me complete the other part so that there should not be any kind of discontinuity. So I'll teach you this part. Don't worry. This will be solved using the same method. बहुत ही आसान है. Angular diameter दिया हुआ है ना, like this. If this is that circle and this is the viewing. So this is called as the angular diameter. This is the diameter. This is called as the angular diameter. Sun angular diameter from the some far off planet is 8.10 to the 8 into 10 to the minus 6 radian. Theta is known to you. Diameter of sun is given. So this is capital D. This is given to you. Find the distance of the planet from the sun. So this is called as the distance. If this is called small d or this is called the small d, they are what? Same, approximately same. So we call capital D divided by small d is equal to angular diameter, that is theta. Capital D is known to you, theta is known to you, find the value of small d. That is what it requires. That's it. Don't worry, I'll teach you. Chalo, question number 10. Shreya, Atharv, they have asked question number 10. इसमें check करना है बच्चा. You must have studied this part in mathematics. Anyway, करता हूं देखो. Radius r of a circle inscribed in any triangle. Radius r of a circle inscribed in any triangle whose side lengths are a, b and c is given by the formula r is equal to s minus a into s minus b into s minus c divided by s to the power half, where s is an abbreviation for semi-perimeter. And perimeter is what? The length, summation of length of the edge by 2. ठीक है, सेमी पेरीमीटर है, सेमी पेरीमीटर, तो a plus b plus c by 2. अच्छा, I'm not going to use anything else here. Let me solve it here only. We have to check the formula of radius on the circle for dimensional consistency. So you have to check whether this formula r is equal to s minus a into s minus b into s minus c divided by s to the power half is dimensionally consistent or not. You have to check whether this equation is dimensionally consistent or not. What is the meaning of dimensionally consistent? The meaning of dimensionally consistent means the left hand side should also have the same dimension as that of the right hand side. So both the sides must have the same dimensional formula. All right, chalo dekhte hain. What is the dimension of r here in the left hand side? That is nothing but length. We are talking about length, so dimension will be L. Acha, tell me what will be the dimension of S here. बताइए बच्चा लोग, what will be the dimension of S? अथर्व, श्रेया, आपके लिए स्पेशल क्वेश्चन है, बताओ जल्दी से. Others can also write the answer. What is the dimension of S here? Yes, it will be length, right? So dimension of length L, S will be what? Length only. Why? Because A is a length, B is a length, C is a length. You can only add them if they are the same physical quantities. And A, B, C are what? The side lengths. So if you add 3 lengths, you'll get a length only. That is why the S will be what? A length only. So dimension of S will be L to the power 1. Now S minus A. That means S minus A क्या हो जाएगा? This will also be have dimension L. S minus V, this will also have dimension L, because some length minus some length. S is a length, semi perimeter, A is the edge length. So length minus length will give you a length only, right? Correct arrangement. Now S minus C, this is also length. S is already length. So ऊपर में क्या मिलेगा? I'm getting L to the power cube divided by L to the power half. L cube by L is what? L square to the power half is nothing but L. So dimensional formula for this part is L and this R is also L. तो क्या मिला मुझे? Length is equal to length. So yes, it is dimensionally consistent. It is dimensional consistent. बच्चा समझ में आया? अथर्व, श्रेया. So what is the answer for this? Yes, this is dimensionally consistent. All right. So you have to just check what is the dimensional formula of the right hand side and the left hand side to check whether it is dimensionally correct equation or not. All right. Very good. Next question, बच्चा लोग, जल्दी से बताओ. After 10 in level 2, question number 11 to 15. Question number 11 to question number 15. Question number 12, 14. Okay. Tanish has said question number 12. All right. चलिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 12 बताता हूं रेड पर, डोंट वरी. आई थिंक क्वेश्चन में तो दिया भी है ना, देखिए क्वेश्चन नंबर 11 में डाउट है क्या रेनू का? दिस पार्ट इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स, यू विल स्टडी दिस पार्ट इन सेकंड PU फर्स्ट चैप्टर इलेक्ट्रोस्टैट्स, ठीक है, इलेक्ट्रोस्टैटिक्स में यू विल स्टडी दिस. लेट मी क्लियर दिस आउट. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. देखिए, so the formula for electric field and electric flux along with the symbols in bracket are as given here. As you don't know what is electric flux, what is electric field, so they have given the formula here. As this is the first chapter of your physics class, so they have already given the formula here. They expect that you don't know this, so they have given the formula. So what is electric field? Electrostatic force per unit charge. So force experienced per unit charge is what? Electric field. What is flux? तो इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज डिफाइंड एज इंटीग्रल E डॉट dA, ठीक है, ऐसा डिफाइन होता है. बट फॉर योर केस, फॉर डायमेंशनल फॉर्मूला, दिस इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. सो दैट इज व्हाई दे हैव गिवन डायरेक्टली इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स इज इक्वल टू इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड इनटू एरिया. सिंपल. नाउ यू हैव टू फाइंड द डायमेंशन ऑफ इलेक्ट्रिक फ्लक्स. ठीक है, तो देखिए होमवर्क सेक्शन है ना ये, तो HW है ये. क्वेश्चन नंबर 11. So electric flux is equal to E into area. E है, ठीक है. Electric field is nothing but force per unit charge into area. Now what is force? So M L T inverse 2 divided by what is charge? How do you write charge? Tell me guys, is charge a fundamental quantity? Is charge a fundamental physical quantity? Please respond guys. Pradyuman, is charge a fundamental physical quantity? No, charge is not a fundamental physical quantity. तो है क्या इसके corresponding, इससे related? So related to charge, we have a current. Yes, current is fundamental physical quantity. So current is called as, we write I is equal to dq by dt. ठीक है? So what will be dq here? I dt. तो charge क्या मिलेगा बच्चा लोग? So charge will have a dimension of, if I write this, if we write the dimensional formula for current as A, so I'll get AT. So dimensional formula for charge will be ampere AT. All right, into area. Area क्या है बच्चा लोग? L2. Area is what? L2. Now solve this. You'll get ML3 T inverse 2. Sorry, T inverse actually 3. A inverse 1. This is the answer. DQ rate, differentiation पढ़ा है ना श्रेया? Rate of change. dy by dx. What is this? d by dx of y. The rate of change of y with respect to x. Similarly, we write this as instantaneous current is equal to dq by dt. ठीक है? This is called as phi. The symbol is pronounced as phi. Phi. ठीक है. Alright guys, rate of charge flow is called as current. Rate of flow of charge is what? Called as current. That is why we define instantaneous current as dq by dt. Current electricity में पढ़ोगे, third chapter of second PU. Or to understand it dimensionally, you can also write I is equal to q by t directly, no problem. For the dimensional analysis, you can write this directly. I is equal to q by t. ठीक है? Any doubt guys in question number 11? All right. Now let us move on to next question. I think some of you have asked question number 12 also, right? Let me go back to the chat. Yeah. Question number 12. The energy density क्या है बच्चा लोग? Energy per unit volume. Energy density U of the electrostatic field. Again, you don't know this, but still look at the question. Is given by U is equal to 1 by 2 epsilon naught. This is what? Epsilon naught E square. 1 by 2 epsilon naught E square. Where E is the electric field and the value of epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power minus 12. This is what? Ampere. क्या बच्चा लोग? Amperes to the power, sorry, ampere square S to the power 4, kg inverse 1, meter inverse 3. Find the dimension of U. So you have to find the dimension of U. First of all, if you know the dimension of U, so first of all, if you know what is the energy density, you will directly write the answer. Because energy density is nothing but energy per unit volume. but they are asking you to find the dimensional formula for U while going through this part. Now tell me, do you know the dimensional formula for E? Right now we have defined electric field is nothing but force per unit charge. So I can define the dimensional formula for E. But what about epsilon naught? So they have not given this. This epsilon naught is nothing but permittivity. इसको क्या बोलते हैं चलो? Permittivity. This you are going to study in the same first chapter of second PU. This is called as permittivity of free space. All right. So इसका देखो, do we know the dimensional formula of this? No. But they have given the unit of dimensional. They have given the unit of this part. Can I say this is ampere square? So A2. Second to the power 4. So T to the power 4. Kg inverse 1. So M inverse 1. Meter inverse 3. So L inverse 3. So actually they have given us the dimensional formula. All right, guys. Guys, did you understand this part? The dimensional formula for epsilon naught. How did I find it? A2. That means current. Current को dimensionally कैसे लिखते हैं? A लिखते हैं. तो A2. S4. S is the second. So second to the power 4. That means dimensionally it will be written as T to the power 4. Kg inverse 1. Dimensional formula for Kg is what? M. So M inverse 1. Meter inverse 3. That means length. So L inverse 3. So this is how you can write the dimensional formula for epsilon naught. All right. चलिए तो इसको सॉल्व करते हैं फिर. So question number 12. U is equal to half epsilon naught into E square. तो dimensional formula for U will be written as half का तो कोई dimension नहीं, epsilon naught का क्या लिखेंगे? तो A2 T to the power 4 M to the power और M inverse 1 L inverse 3. All right guys, into electric field क्या? Force per unit charge. ML T inverse 2 divided by AT to the power 2. All right guys, समझ में आ रहा है सबको? Please let me know if you have any doubt in this one. Now solve this part. So I am getting M to the power minus 1 and in this one I'll get M to the power 2. So plus 2. L to the power minus 3 and here I'll get L to the power 2. So plus 2. Here I'm having T to the power 4. All right, T to the power 4. Here I'm having T to the power minus 4. So minus 4. And we are having T to the power minus 1 also. So I'll get here T to the power minus 1 as well. Ritvika, I think we are past that. Half क्या है? Half is a what? A constant, a dimensionless constant. I'm talking about dimensional formula. So why should we consider this half here? Half is a dimensionless constant. That's it. Anyway, so T to the power 4, T to the power क्या मिला इधर बच्चा लोग? यहाँ पे minus 4 and here minus 1. All right. चलो. Now tell me about ampere. तो A to the power 2 and here A to the power minus 1. ठीक है? No. Dimensionally we don't write बच्चा. See, I have written this as a bracket. मतलब क्या है? I'm talking about the dimensional formula. Dimensional formula में कोई dimensional formula. In dimensional formula, how can you write something which is not having any dimension? Just think about it. Dimensional formula, in dimensional formula, how can you write something which is not having any dimension? Right? समझ में आ रहा है? चलो, anyway, yes, T to the power here it will be minus 2. No one has. सब सो रहे हो क्या बच्चा लोग? किसी ने नहीं बताया. It will be T to the power minus 2 because ये क्या है? Square है and नीचे में 2 है. यहाँ पे the same thing will happen here also. It will be A to the power minus 2, not A to the power minus 1. All right. चलो अभी solve करते हैं. So I'll get M1 L minus 1 T. This is what? Minus 6 plus 4 minus 2. All right बच्चा लोग समझ में आया सबको? तो M L inverse 1 T inverse 2 is the answer. As I have told you that energy density is also defined as energy per unit volume. So without looking at this formula also you can derive it. Energy per unit volume. What is the formula for energy बच्चा? Dimensional formula for energy बताओ. ML2 T inverse 2 divided by volume, that is L3. So finally I'm going to get the same answer, ml inverse 1 t inverse 2. Did we get the same answer? Achha, now you'll say, sir, why did they give to find the dimensional formula for u here? They wanted you to understand how to write dimensional formula if this kind of unit is given to you. That is why this question has been asked. All right, guys, let me know if you have any doubt here. Let me know. Let me clear the response here. Let me know if you have any doubt in question number 12. जल्दी से बताओ. No, ठीक है. Very good. चलिए. So next doubt. After question number 12, tell me बच्चा लोग कौन सा doubt है? Till question number 15. Let me know what is the doubt. Question number 14. Okay. So the speed of ripples on the surface of water depends only upon the surface tension, that is force per unit length. This physical quantity you will be taught in fluid mechanics. ठीक है? Or mechanical properties of fluid, as as you want to say. Surface tension will be taught to you in fluid mechanics. ठीक है? 11th chapter of first PU. But right now you don't have to worry about what is surface tension. You just have to worry about how can I write the dimensional formula for surface tension. And for that they have given you the basic formula, that is force per unit length. You know how to write the dimensional formula for force. You know how to write the dimensional formula for length. All right. So the speed depends on surface tension, density and wavelength. The speed v is proportional to which of the following? मतलब इनमें से किसके proportional होगा? So I'll use the same funda. I thought you guys are over with this. So speed is what? Directly proportional to surface tension to the power a. Then किस पे है देखो? Density. Rho to the power b. Then wavelength, that is lambda. Lambda to the power c. अच्छा, what is dimensional formula for lambda, guys? Tell me. What is the dimensional formula for lambda? बताओ चलो. L, as the name suggests, wavelength. Length of wave in one time period, or length of wave for one complete oscillation. ठीक है? That is length only. ये क्या बचा? इसका dimensional formula length होगा only. ठीक है? अच्छा, चलो तो solve करते हैं फिर. So I'm having V is directly proportional to sigma to the power A, rho to the power B, and lambda to the power C. Let us write the dimensional formula. So L T inverse 1 must be equal to, what will be the dimensional formula for sigma बच्चा लोग? Force per unit length. ml T inverse 2 divided by L to the power A. What will be the dimensional formula for rho? Rho is what? Density. Mass per unit volume. So ml inverse 3 to the power B. Lambda is nothing but length. So length to the power C. Guys, do you have any doubt in this part? Click yes if you have understood this part. बच्चा लोग, click yes if you have understood this part. Thank you. बहुत बढ़िया. Now let us compare the dimensions. Comparing the dimensions. All right. No problem, Vasavesh. Thank you for notifying. Try to take care of your health. All right. बहुत बढ़िया. Take care बच्चा. Anyway, m का dimension बताइए. Dimensional formula. Sorry, dimension of m on the left hand side, that is 1, is equal to dimensional formula for mass on the right hand side. Tell me बच्चा लोग. Dimensional formula for mass on the right hand side. Come on, guys. Here क्या है? m to the power a. Here m to the power b. Here nothing m. So a plus b. Very good. A plus b. Now no, a is not equal to b. A plus b is equal to 0. It should be 0. Sorry, my bad. On the left hand side there is no dimension of m. है ना? कुछ है ही नहीं. m तो है ही नहीं ना. तो 0. So a plus b will be equal to 0. So I'll say a will be equal to minus b. All right. बहुत बढ़िया. Now find out the dimensional formula for length. Dimension for L. Dimension for L on the left hand side is 1. Dimension of L on the right hand side. कैन आई से LL कैंसिल हो जाएगा, नो नीड टू लाइक कैलकुलेट दिस पार्ट हियर. L to the power minus 3b, L to the power c. तो क्या मिला मुझे? minus 3b plus c. Very good, Meghna. Dimensional formula for t, if I talk about the dimension for t on both the sides, minus 1 must be equal to, dimension of t here is minus 1. Here कितना बच्चा लोग? minus 2a. इधर कितना है? minus 2a. So from here I'll get a is equal to half. A will be equal to half. Acha. What about the value of b? So b will be equal to minus half. So what will be the value of c? So c will be equal to 1 plus 3b. So 1 minus 3 by 2. So the answer will be minus 1 by 2. So what is the value of c? Minus 1 by 2. So a is equal to half, b and c is equal to minus half. Guys, did you understand this part? So how can I write this? I can say this will be directly proportional to sigma to the power half, rho to the power minus half, and lambda to the power minus half. This can be written as sigma divided by rho into lambda ka square root. So which is the correct answer? Which is the correct answer? Sigma divided by rho into lambda. The option A is the correct answer. Guys, let me know if you have understood this part. Click yes if you have understood this question number 14. Jaldi se answer karo bachcha log. Acha, now tell me, can I solve this question in a different way? Can I solve this question in a different way? Some other way. क्या कोई और तरीका है? बच्चा लोग प्लीज आंसर. See, there is one more way. तरीका क्या है? Elimination method. What is that? Elimination method. अभी elimination method क्या है? तो I have to find the speed, right? मुझे क्या find करना है? Speed का dimension. Tell me which physical quantity will have zero dimension here? Mass, right? Dimension of mass will be zero. Try to figure out of these four options, which one of them have a dimension of m as 0. See, but for that you should know the dimensional formula बहुत ही clearly. If you know the dimensional formula for all the quantities involved, then you can answer this without even without doing these things, without solving these equations. देखो कैसे करेंगे. Since we have to get the dimension of m as 0, that means those quantities which consist mass, they should be divided. All right, देखो, this will contain, see, if I write the dimensional formula for sigma, I'm going to get m t inverse 2. Density m l inverse 3, length l. Now it is simple. If I need to get the speed in terms of these three physical quantities, then I should not get any mass. That means sigma and density must be divided. Guys, are you getting me? Because sigma, and if I'm writing sigma by density, so in this sigma and density m will be there, that will be cancelled. So dimension of m will become 0. Or I can say rho by sigma. Right now I don't know, right? So any one of them should be there. Either sigma by rho or rho by sigma hona chahiye. Then only mass can be considered as 0. Now look at the options. Here sigma and rho, they are multiplied. So can you say C cannot be the answer? Similarly, sigma and rho multiplied. So D can also be, D will also be discarded here. So D cannot be the answer. Acha. What about A and B? What about A and B? Now think about this. What is the dimensional formula for time here? Speed ka. Dimensional formula for time is what, bachcha log? T inverse, sorry, dimension of time in velocity is what? T inverse 1. So I should get dimension of T as minus 1. I should get dimension of T as minus 1. What are the quantities which are having dimension of time? Only sigma. only sigma. तो sigma किधर होना चाहिए? Sigma is having t to the power -2. Here square root is there. That means sigma must be in the numerator, so that t to the power -2 to the power square root must be t to the power -1. So the ratio, the velocity has to be in the form of rho by sigma or sigma by rho. But now by finding the dimension of t, I get to know that sigma must be in the numerator. So option A will be the correct answer. Guys, did you understand this part? Click yes if you have understood this. Did you understand this elimination method part? See, now you can, if you know the dimensional formula asani easily, if you understand those things, now you don't have to solve equations. You can easily solve them by elimination method. This is the beauty of this chapter. Sometimes in some other chapters, the same method will be used there. Even if you don't know the concept, just by going through the dimensional analysis, you can eliminate few answers, few options, arams. In electrostat, thermodynamics, anywhere, in wave, or you can say that in magnetism, kahin bhi, har jagah. Sometimes it will occur to you that you don't know the concept, but somebody has asked you what is the electric field, and they have given some options, and in the options, 3 options are given in such a way that they will not have a dimension of electric field. So I'll pakka eliminate all those 3. I'll go for the 4th one, and that will be the answer. So sometimes if you don't know the concept, or if you don't understand how to solve it, try to get the answer using dimensional analysis method. At least 1 or 2 of them will be eliminated. All right. So that is why this chapter is very, very important. Okay. So please try to understand it in a better way, in a smarter way. All right, guys. Bahut badhiya. Now let me know which is the next doubt for you. Next question which has troubled you. Come on, guys. जल्दी से बताओ. क्या हुआ बच्चा? Shreya, please try to do that now. What is the dimensional formula for force, bacha? Shreya, what is the dimensional formula for force? MLT inverse 2, right? So MLT inverse 2 divide by L will what? LL cancel ho jayega na? So try to like do it now on yourself or by yourself. Once you'll do it, you'll get the answer. Okay. Now I have got a doubt in question number 20 by Ritvika and Vishwa. Question number 20. देखिए बहुत आसान है. 20 में I don't want to, like, I don't know why they have put this in label 3, but this is very, very easy question. See, if you read the statement here, it is told that Einstein discovered an important relation in the theory of relativity. However, when he wrote down the relation, he forgot to put the constant c. All right, the speed of c is in the equation. Sorry, the speed c is the speed of light in the equation. So this is the equation that he has given, but he forgot to put the value of c here. What are the possible places the constant c or the constant could be inserted in the equation? So here, where should I insert c? I'm having L is equal to L naught into 1 minus v squared to the power half. Now think about this. This is normal dimensional analysis. Tell me, bachalo, what is this? This is length, right? What is this? L naught. This is also length. So this is length. Dekho chalo. This is length. This is also length. Tell me what should be the dimensional formula for this part. Let me use a black color for this. What should be the dimensional formula for this part? Tell me chalo. Well, ayyo, ye kya ho gaya? This should be dimensionless. If you have already got L length is equal to some length, if you multiply something else with this, it will become other than length, right? If you have got already this as length, if you multiply this with something which is not length, it will become something else, not length. So if length is equal to length into something, so this must be dimensionless, so that this will be dimensionally consistent. So 1 minus v squared to the power half must be dimensionless. 1 is already a dimensionless. That means v square must be dimensionless. Think about this. So already this 1 is what? A dimensionless. You can only subtract similar quantities. So if 1 is dimensionless, this part must be dimensionless. So that means this part must be dimensionless as well. But in this equation, this is v square. That means the velocity ka square. So I can say that this is not correct. to consider to get this part as dimensionless, this term dimensionless, it must be divided by, कब हो जाएगा? It must be divided by similar quantity, तभी तो dimensionless होगा. And what is the similar quantity? C, because C is also speed of light. C is what? Speed of light. V is what? Speed of the body. तो speed का dimension क्या होगा? Same. Hence the correct equation should be L is equal to L naught into 1 minus V squared divided by C squared to the power half. That's it. तो कहां include करना था? This C has to be included here. Guys, click yes if you have understood this. बच्चा लोग please click yes if you have understood this. समझ में आया क्या? बहुत बढ़िया. अच्छा, now let me teach you this part, parallax method. ठीक है? This is very easy concept. Don't worry about this. ठीक है? बहुत ही आसान है. See, if you are observing an object from this point, ठीक है? If this is an object, so what will happen? How do you see an object? Light will come out of it. It might emit the light, or some light will come and reflect from here, and it will come to your eyes, and then the image of this object will be formed at your eye, right? So what will happen? ऐसा कुछ यहाँ से आएगा. So this will become theta, right? So this is called as angular size of the object. If this is the object, if this is height h, and the angle made by this object at your eye is theta, this theta is called as angular size of the object. All right. So now for very far off object, so for the objects which are located very far away from your eyes or from the observers, just imagine this is your eye, this is the observer here. And there is an object का meaning क्या है? There is a planet, बड़ा सा planet है. But this is what very far away from this part, at a very large distance. See, if this will be at a very small distance, if eye is here, can I say the angle made by this will be very large, right? So this distance, all these three, this one will be equal to this, but this is not equal to this part. But what if this length is very large? So what will happen? The angle made by this object at the eye, can I say I can draw like this? So if the object goes away from the object, what will happen to the angular size here? बताओ बच्चा लोग. What will happen to the angular size? Can I say theta will become less? बहुत छोटा होता जाएगा. Just imagine. Consider a pencil. आपने पेन रखा होगा ना? Take your pen in front of you and try to place this pen very near to your eye. Try to place your pen very near to your eye. Tell me, can you see the end of it? Tell me honestly. Just keep your pen very near to your eyes. Can you see the ends of the pen? बच्चा लोग please honestly बताओ. No, you won't be able to see the ends of it. क्यों नहीं? Because eyes का जो हमारा angular side of view है ना, वो दूर चला गया. तो यहाँ से एक eye का angle जाएगा, यहाँ से eye का angle जाएगा. So if this is your eye and an object is this one, so what is the angular size? If the object again comes near to this, then angle will become almost 180 degree. समझ में आ रहा है क्या? If the object comes here, the angle becomes this. If the object comes here, the angle becomes this. Can I say as you go away from the observer, the angular size decreases, so angle made by the object at the eye will become lesser as you go away. All right. The same thing. Now here we are talking about planetary distances, star distances from a planet. Just imagine what will be the angle. This will be very small, and that is why When you see a star, it look like a dot to you, but is it a dot? No, this is that is not that is very heavy object, बहुत बड़ा object होता है. But since you're very very far away from there, so what happens, the angular size of that becomes very small. So the angle made by that object at your eye is very small, so you perceive that as a very small object. Once you'll go near to that part, the angle made by that object at your eye will be larger one. So you think okay, ये दूर से आ रहा है, इधर से angle आ रहा है, मतलब बड़ा object है. All right, बहुत बढ़िया. So now if this is at a very large distance, if I say this is the diameter, so this is what the diameter d. Can I say theta can be written as length of arc divided by radius of it? But can I say when this will be very very large, this will be very if this distance is very large, this will be very small. So can I say the length of arc can be assumed as this distance capital D only? So in that case I'll say capital D, length of arc divided by radius can be assumed at this length. But since this will be very large, just imagine two lines, एक ऐसा है, दूसरा ऐसा है. Can I say both the lines are equal? Similarly, if I draw a line in between this, can I say these lines are also equal? All these lengths can be assumed as equal, approximated as equal, because the angle is very small. Let me give you an example here. See, if I talk about 1, 2, 3, you can say that 1 and 2 is equal, 1 and 3 is equal, but 2 is what? Lesser than 1 and 3. What if this angle becomes very less? Let me zoom it and then draw it. अरे रे, क्या हो गया? Now tell me, if this becomes line 1, this becomes line 3, this becomes line 2. Can I say that now I can approximate all of them are of the same length? Tell me guys, yes or no? When the angle becomes very less, I can assume these three lines are what? Equal. The same way, they're not exactly equal, but they're what? Approximately equal. You can assume that they are equal. They're not exactly equal. There'll be some differences, but the difference will be so small corresponding to other lengths that we can consider they are what? Equal. So here I can say that if I draw a line here, since this theta is very small, theta is what? Very small, very small. What is capital D? Capital D is the angular diameter. इसको क्या बोलते हैं हम लोग? Angular diameter. Distance of this is called as small d. So d is what? The distance. So length of arc divided by the radius, that is called as the theta here. So theta is equal to, you can write this as angular diameter, sorry, diameter only. Let me write first d only, then I'll write this in terms of, so I'll say angular diameter is equal to diameter divided by distance. This is the formula that you have to remember. This is the formula that you have to remember. That's it. Just following this part, you can answer any of the question. Now let us move on to the question which was related to this. Question number 6. Question number 6. देखो क्या बोला है? Angular diameter as measured from some far off planet is 8 into 10 to the power minus 6 radian. 8 into 10 to the power minus 6 radian is equal to, this is what the angular diameter. The diameter of sun is 1.39. So 1.39 into 10 to the power 9 meter divided by, what is the distance of the planet from the sun? I don't know, small d. So I can say that small d is equal to 1.36 into 10 to the power 9 divided by 8 into 10 to the power minus 6. क्या मिलेगा? Meter. So this is the answer. 1.9. Okay. 1.9. Are you sure? Question number 6. Okay. 1.9. My bad. 1.39. 1.39. All right. बच्चा लोग समझ में आया क्या? दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू सॉल्व दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चन. नाउ लेट अस मूव ऑन टू द क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, जिससे आपको डर लग रहा है. देखो क्या पूछा है इसमें. The angle subtended by an asteroid, like just look at the question. This is angle theta. This is angle theta. Can I say that this angle will also be theta? This angle will also be theta. They have asked, देखो क्या लिखा है, if the diameter of Earth, this is given to us. This is the capital D part. This is given to us. Diameter of Earth. Compute the distance of this asteroid from the Earth. That means we have to find the small d value. Tell me what should I write as the relation here? Can I write here 2 theta is equal to capital D divided by small d? Angle, and this is the arc length. This is the distance. So 2 theta is equal to capital D divided by small d. Now what is theta here? So theta is what? कितना है बच्चा लोग देखो? 3 seconds. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? Don't read this 3 inches. This is what? 3 seconds. एंगल जो होता है उसमें उसको कैसे हम डिफाइन कर सकते हो? एंगल जो होगा उसको आप रेडियन में डिफाइन कर सकते हो, डिग्री में डिफाइन कर सकते हो, इन ग्रेड्स यू कैन डिफाइन, इन मिनट्स यू कैन डिफाइन, इन सेकेंड्स यू कैन डिफाइन. ऑलराइट. होता क्या है देखो, 1 minute इन एंगल टर्म इज इक्वल टू 60 सेकेंड. ठीक है, इसको ऐसे डिनोट करते हैं. 1 minute इज इक्वल टू 60 seconds. वो 90 का होता है, वो अलग है ग्रेड बच्चा, वो आपको पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं, ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में पढ़ाया जाएगा आपको, डोंट वरी. डिफरेंट यूनिट. ऑलराइट, वो दूसरा यूनिट है. सो 1 minute इज इक्वल टू 60 seconds. 1 degree इज इक्वल टू 60 minutes. ठीक है, ये क्या है? दिस इज व्हाट? मिनट. किसका साइन है ये? मिनट का साइन है. एंड दिस इज द साइन ऑफ सेकेंड. So 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. This has been taught in trigonometry. Very good then. तो तब तो आपको पता ही है. So now I have to convert this 3 seconds into radian, because theta is equal to L divided by R is only valid when you consider theta in radian, because this is what? This is what in meter. This is also in meter. This should also be in SI unit. So SI unit of theta is what? Radian. Don't consider that as degree. विनायका सीना कितना एंगल बना रहा है यहां पे? You can write this as theta is equal to d by 2 divided by small d. But what is the angle made at the center here? 2 theta, na? That is why 2 theta. Theta plus theta. See, parallel line. Alternate angle. Theta, so this will be theta. These are the parallel line. If this is theta, this will also be theta. So total angle at the center here is what? 2 theta. Length of arc can be assumed as capital D. Distance or the radius can be assumed as small d. So 2 theta has to be written as capital D by small d. All right. What happened, bacha? Y2. And that is notation, Vinayaka. Like, why do you write for a degree aisa? Why do you write 1 circle for a degree? Tell me the reason behind that. Why do you write 1 degree as 1 circle? Why don't do 2 circle? Why not 3 circle? Why not 5 circle? Why not kuch aur? Why don't we write 1 triangle? No, 0 ko degree nahi maan. That is a convention. That is how we write. Yeah, no idea, because yeah, correct hai. That is a convention. Why do you write? If my name is Roshan, why do I write Roshan as R? Why do I start with R like this? Why don't I write R as like this? Why should I write R as this only? Why can't I write R as this? Anything. Kuch bhi. Why don't I write like this? Because in English, to write R, that is the convention. So that everybody should understand. So we actually devise something. We say, write this as second. Write this as minute. ऑलराइट बच्चा लोग, समझ में आया क्या? जस्ट फॉर द सिंबल कि इसको मिनट में कराया, इसको सेकंड है तो और छोटा है तो डबल ऐसे कर दो, जस्ट टू डिफरेंशिएट दीज थिंग्स. सो टू डिफरेंशिएट दिस फ्रॉम सेकंड, ये डबल डैश से डबल ऐसे प्राइम दिखाया गया यहाँ पे. ऑलराइट, बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए, सो नाउ कन्वर्ट दिस थीटा इनटू रेडियन. कैसे कन्वर्ट करेंगे बच्चा लोग? सो आई एम हैविंग कितना बच्चा लोग देखो इधर, 3 seconds है ना, तो like 2 into 3 seconds. Convert this into minute. कैसे convert करेंगे? Divided by 60. Now this is what in minute. Convert this into degree. Divided by 60. Convert this into radian. Pi by 180. All right, guys. Did you understand the conversion here? 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So 1 second will be equal to 1 by 60 minutes. So this is 3 seconds. So convert this into minute. So 3 by 60. 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes. So 1 minute is equal to 1 by 60 degree. So this is in minute. Convert that into degree. So divided by 60. So this is what? 1 degree. Now 1 degree into pi by 180 is what? Radian. So this is how you convert this into radian. This will be equal to capital D by small d. Everything is now known to you. Capital D is known to you. Okay? Capital D is known to you. Find the value of small d. Theta is equal to 3 second. Shreya, कितनी बार बोलूं मैं? Theta is equal to 3 second. I have to convert this second into radian. So conversion of this radian is like this. अरे यार ये conversion आपको पता है ना यार. 3 second है. Convert this into minute. How do you convert this as a minute? 3 by 60 minute. Convert this into degree. 3 by 60 minute को convert करना है डिग्री में. तो 3 divided by 60 into 60 degrees. Convert this into radian into pi by 180. This is how we write. You can say that, no problem. So this is how you have to get the answer for this question. Question number 12. All right. Yes, Karthik. Every time, whenever you write anywhere, whenever you use this formula, theta is equal to L by R. Whenever you are using this, everywhere theta has to be in radian. If you write the value of this as degree, पूरा का पूरा गलत हो जाएगा. Everywhere, note this down. Theta is equal to L by R. Theta must be in radian. All right. बहुत बढ़िया. चलिए और don't get like disturbed with this AU. AU क्या है? Astronomical unit. बहुत बड़ा distance measure करने के लिए इसका use करते हैं. And what is the value of this? 1 astronomical unit is what? 1.496 into 10 to the power 11. Approximately 1.496. So they have approximated 1.496 as 1.5. So 1 AU is equal to 1.5 into 10 to the 11 meter. So whatever the value that will have, that will be very, very large number in terms of meter. Convert that into astronomical units. All right, guys. So please try to get the answer for this question. This is very, very easy now. Now let us move on to significant figures and error analysis. Chaliye. In second chapter, in class exercise, tell me doubt from question number 1 to 5. Yes, Kirtan. Yes. जल्दी से बता बच्चा लोग. Question number 1 to 5. Any doubt? Because in error, तो we have solved so many numericals here. We have solved so many good numericals. Yes, Ritvika, you might get 3 AU answer. No doubt. Question number 1 to 5. Question number 6 to 10. Question number 10 है क्या? नहीं. Question number 6 to 6 to 8 only. Question number 6 to 8, 6, 7, 8. Any doubt? बोलो बच्चा लोग. Any doubt? Question number 6 to 8, 6, 7, 8. Any doubt? Come on, guys. Please respond. If you don't have any doubt, please write that. No doubt, sir. Or click no. Tarak Datta, wait madi. 6, 7, 8 इधर ही है ना. Why should I scroll if you have already scrolled down, if you have already solved them? No doubt. Okay. This तो पचलिए आपको आराम से कर लेना है. क्रॉसवर्ड खेल लेना आप. इसका सॉल्यूशन भी दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. चलो. In homework section, question number 1 to 5. Any doubt? In homework section, question number 1 to 5. Guys, please feel free if you have any doubt in question number 1 to 5. No doubt. Okay. चलो 6 to okay 3. Yes, you're saying question number 3. देखो, the masses of two objects. These are the masses. Compute the error and the value of total mass of the object. देखो बच्चा, कैसे निकालेंगे total mass? So total mass will be written as what is the true values of m1 and m2. बच्चा देखो, total mass कैसे लिखोगे? m is equal to m1 plus m2. Tell me what is the true value of m1 and m2? 20 and 10. Add them, 30. Now we have to talk about the error. If you're adding, what will be the error? What will happen to the error here? Achha, tell me what is this 2? Whether this 2 is relative error or absolute error. Similarly, 4 is relative error or absolute error. Come on guys, write the answer. हंस गया ऋत्विका, गलत हो गया आपका. Tell me बच्चा लोग, this 2 is relative error or absolute error? Yes, very good. See, if you can find unit, simple से है ना, they have been considered as with the unit. That means this is what? An absolute error. 10 plus minus 4 kg. So this will be absolute error. So 2 and 4 is what? Absolute. If you add two quantities, then what will happen to the error in the resultant? If you add two physical quantities, what will happen to the resultant in terms of error? Their absolute errors will get added. So the absolute error in one is 2 and the second one is 4. So the absolute error will be plus minus 6. So this is the answer. Now tell me what will be the answer for difference between the masses. So difference will be written as m1, m dash or m prime will be m1 minus m2. So subtract करेंगे, difference निकालना है ना, तो don't, yeah, तो m1 कितना 20, then 10. So I'll write 10 plus minus. Now what will happen to the error? Now few of you might commit this mistake. Sir, since they are subtracted, so subtract the error. That will be wrong. We know that when we talk about random errors, errors will always be added. When we talk about random errors, error will always be added. So error क्या है यहाँ पे? 2 है, 4 है. So what will be the answer? Yes, Pranav, correct. So the correct answer is what? For first one, it is 30 plus minus 6 kg. For second one, it will be 10 plus minus 6 kg. Alright guys, just imagine the second part. If you analyze the second part, out of 10, plus minus 6 is the error. So if you are having two quantities like this, and if you subtract these quantities, what will happen to the error? Error will be added. So out of 10, 6 is an error. तो बहुत ही खराब मेजरमेंट है, मतलब ये बहुत खराब है. ठीक है बच्चा लोग? Yes, Kirtan, correct. Now tell me, do you have any doubt from question number 6 to question number 10? Guys, do you have any doubt from question number 6 to question number 10? 6 तो हमने ऑलरेडी कल ही किया था क्लास में. 7, 8, 9, 10. Any doubt? These are very, very easy questions. Rounding off का question है, right? Finding this number of significant figures and all. Okay, all right. Question number 11 to question number 15. Question number 11 to question number 15. Question number 11. What is the problem here, बच्चा? See, each side is given to you. तो बहुत आसान है. Each side is given to you 7.203 meter in length. Compute the total surface area. What is the total surface area of the cube, बच्चा लोग? 6a square. So if you are going to write this, can I say 6 into a square? तो a into a है. Right? You are multiplying these two. You are multiplying these two measurements. So what is the significant? What is the number of significant digit in a? 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when you multiply them in the resultant, you should get only 4 significant digits. So if you multiply this, you are going to get 6 into this part is what? Square किया ना? So 6 into 51.883209. So in the correct answer, पूरा क्या है बच्चा? Square is given. Exactly, वही तो लिख रहा हूँ ना मैं. That is what I am writing here. So 6 into this part if you multiply this, you should be actually converting this to 4 significant digit only. तो ये जो पार्ट होना चाहिए इसमें कितना होना चाहिए, सिर्फ 4 significant digits होना चाहिए. So which is the last reported digit in this a square part? तो 1, 2, 3 and 4. The digit to the right of last report is 3, that is less than 5. So I can directly write this will be written as 51.88. Multiply this, that will be the answer. For the volume, volume की बात करते हैं. volume क्या है बच्चा लोग? AQ. ठीक है? Should I into 6 then round off? यहीं से कर लो ना, no problem. मल्टीप्लीकेशन में हम लोग सिग्निफिकेंट डिजिट्स की बात करते हैं ना, तो यहीं से कर लो, अभी कोई इशू नहीं. बाद में फाइनली करना चाहिए, बट आप ऐसे कर सकते हो, क्योंकि फाइनली करोगे तो क्या होगा ना बच्चा कि आपने मल्टीप्लाई किया तो एरर विल बी मल्टीप्लाइड 6 टाइम्स एंड देन यू आर राउंडिंग ऑफ. ठीक है, तो v इज इक्वल टू a क्यूब. तो a क्यूब में क्या होगा बताइए जल्दी से. a क्यूब इज गिवन टू यू. वी हैव टू राउंड इट ऑफ टू 4 significant digits because a into a, each one of them are having only 4 number of significant digits. So in product, when you are multiplying physical quantities, the resultant should have the number of significant digit equal to the least number of significant digit out of the individual terms. So the number of significant digit must be 4 in the resultant. So cube of this is this. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. So till 7 only. After 4, we are having 1, which is less than 5. So rounding off this term to 4 significant digit will give us the answer as 373.7 meter cube only. This is the answer. All right, Yash, कीर्तन समझ में आया सबको? बहुत बढ़िया. चलो, now question number 12 to question number 15. Any doubt? Question number 12 तो हो जाएगा ना. The one which will have the least or which will have the minimum least count will be the most precise. You know how to find the least count for this part, right? You know how to find the least count for screw gauge? Pitch divided by number of division on the circular scale. You'll get the pitch for this, you'll get the pitch for this, and for least count for this is already given, 700 nanometer. Compare the least count of these three. The one with minimum least count will be the most precise. All right, that will be the solution for question number 12. All right guys, बताइए जल्दी से. Next doubt. Next doubt, question number 13 to question number 15. Any doubt? All right, ये हो गया. Now question number 16 to question number 19. Question number 16 to question number 19. Do you have any doubt? No doubt. Very good. Now question number 20 to question number 25. Yes, question number 20 तो मैं पक्का करता. Anyway, I was going to solve question number 20. देखो, mean value तो you can do it. These things you can do it, right? I am worried about what will be the resultant of this. देखो क्या, x plus 2y. If z is equal to x plus 2y, tell me what will be the error. Tell me what will be the error. What should I write as the error in z? So z will be written, or delta z will be written as, see here they have been added. तो क्या लिखेंगे? Delta z will be equal to delta x plus 2 into delta y. All right? Yes, correct है. Correct, Kirtan. Very good. Delta z will be equal to delta x plus 2 into delta. You might think, sir, when it will be multiplied, we don't take the multiplication here. See, if I am having z is equal to 2xy, we don't take 2 in the like error part. Do we take this 2? No, we don't take. There is a reason for that. Let me derive this particular error for addition and multiplication. If you're having z is equal to, ध्यान से देखना, z is equal to x into y or 2 into x into y. To get the derivation for dz by or delta z by z, क्या कर रहा हूं मैं? इसको differentiate करता हूं. Let me differentiate this part. So dz is equal to, by with respect to anything, so dz by something is equal to, differentiation of this part will be, I'll get 2 as out. Differentiation, let me take y as out and differentiate x. So dx plus 2 into, now take x as out, differentiate y, the product rule, I am using the product rule here, dy. All right, now divide 2xy here. Why am I dividing? You'll get to know. Divide 2xy here. If I have divided 2xy here, I have to multiply 2xy also. Otherwise, it will be like incorrect. Now, if I try to solve this, can I say 2y dx divided by 2xy plus 2x dy divided by 2xy into, what is this 2xy bachcha log? Z is equal to dz. Can I bring this z here and erase this part? Now I can cancel this 2 and 2, y and y. I can cancel 2 and 2, x and x. So can I say I'm getting dz divided by z is equal to dx by x plus dy by y. What is the meaning of dz? Small change in z. What is the meaning of dx? Small change in x. What is the meaning of dy? Small change in y. So if error is small, normally हम लोग छोटे values की बात करते हैं, you can replace this thing as delta z by z is equal to delta x by x plus delta y by y, and that is what we write for the multiplication, combination of or propagation of error in multiplication. So when we find out the relative error in z, this 2 has been eliminated. 2 didn't come as the result. So that is why when you multiply, this 2 will not come. But what will happen? What will change if you are going to add them? See, if you are having z is equal to x plus y, if I differentiate it again, I'll get dz is equal to dx plus dy. ठीक है, ऐसा मिलेगा मुझे. Now this is what? Now I can't do anything else. So I'm getting, this can be written as delta z is equal to delta x plus delta y. What if I'm having z is equal to x plus 2y? Then dz will be written as dx plus 2 dy. I can replace dz as delta z. I can replace dx as delta x and plus 2 into delta y. See, when addition or subtraction will occur, what will happen, bachcha log? That 2 which is multiplied here, that will come. That will come. There is one more way to analyze this. एक और तरीका है इसको analyze करने का. What is that? If this is written to you as 2y, I can write this part as x plus y plus y as well. So the error in x plus error in y plus error in y. That means error in x is delta x plus 2 into error in y. That's it. All right, guys. So when the quantities will be added or subtracted, and if there is a scalar or if there is a value that has been multiplied there, that will come into the error. But when two quantities are multiplied, the constant will not come into the error. इस चीज का ध्यान रखना है. All right. चलो. So let us find out the error in this part. तो यहां क्या लिखेंगे बताइए? I'll write this as delta z is equal to delta x plus 2 delta y. Now tell me, bachcha log, what will be the relative error here? So relative error will be the absolute error divided by the true value. So here I will write delta x plus 2 delta y divided by z. This will be the relative error. The absolute error in z divided by z value, that will be relative error for this question. Acha, what will be the answer for this? So here x plus y, error kitna hoga bachcha log? Error kitna hoga? So you have to find the delta x. So for that I'll say I'll get delta x by x. Let me write it here, okay? Jagah kam hai. So let this will be equal to delta x by x plus delta y by y. वो सब निकाल लोगे ना. मीन वैल्यू यहाँ वैल्यू दिया हुआ है ना. वैल्यूज आर गिवन टू यू, राइट? तो मीन वैल्यू निकालो ना, इन दोनों का मीन वैल्यू. x प्लस 2y है ना, उनका मीन वैल्यू निकाल लो, कोई इशू नहीं होगा. मीन कैसे निकालते हैं? ऐड करके डिवाइड बाय 2 कर दो. ठीक है? एनीवे, सो x निकालो ना बच्चा, 2 into y निकालो, दोनों को ऐड करो, डिवाइड बाय 2 करो, दैट इज द मीन वैल्यू. वैसे निकालते हैं ना मीन. एनीवे, चलिए, तो ये हो गया हमारा रिलेटिव एरर. नाउ व्हाट विल बी द एरर हियर? So delta z by z is equal to this. So what will be the delta z value? So delta z will be this value, relative error, into z. Delta x by x plus delta y by y into z. This will be absolute error. All right. अच्छा. Similarly, इसमें तो कोई issue नहीं होगा. You'll not have any problem here. What will be the answer for this part? 3x minus 2y. So absolute error in this one will be written as 3 delta x plus 2 delta y. Why didn't I take minus sign here? Reason क्या है? This is what? A random error. Error will never be subtracted. It will always be added. That is why I'll replace that negative sign with a positive sign. So this will be the absolute error. What will be the relative error, bacha log? So in this part I'll get 3 delta x plus 2 delta y divided by z. That will be the relative error. Acha, what will be the answer for this part? 2 into xy. Here I'll write directly delta x by x plus delta y by y. That will be the relative error only. Because in multiplication, this 2 will not be included. Alright guys. Similarly, 4xy. That 4 will not be included. Delta x by x plus delta y by y will be the answer. Alright guys. So this is how you have to solve question number 20. बाकी values तो आप आराम से निकाल सकते हो. Mean value आराम से निकल जाएगा. Now once you'll find the error, find the value with error, कहानी खत्म. And guys, for any other reference, solution has also been uploaded on the Drive link. If you face any other problem, any other doubt, please refer the solution. And if you still feel any problem, let me know. Even after referring the solution, if you feel that you didn't understand anything, let me know. I'll try to clarify that. All right. बहुत बढ़िया. So already it's 10:22. Question number 24. इसमें क्या दिक्कत है बच्चा? Ritvika, what is the problem in question number 24? Experiment for determining the density rho of a rectangular block of metal. The dimensions of the block are measured with calipers with a least count of 0.01 centimeter. Its mass is measured with beam balance of least count 0.1 gram. The measured values are this is a measured value. You have to find the maximum permissible error in the determination of rho. The first slide, what is rho? Mass per unit volume. All right. Mass per unit length into breadth into height. We have to find what is the permissible error in the determination of rho. So can I say delta rho by rho can be written as delta m by m plus delta L by L plus delta B by B plus delta H by H. All right. Acha. Now you will say, sir, what is the value of delta m? It is not given to us. What is the value of delta L, delta B, delta H? Is not given to us. But actually it has been given to us. Can I say the maximum? If you control all the errors, can I say the maximum possible error for a measurement will always be the least count? Because least count is already an uncertainty that you can measure till this point, but not before this. You cannot measure which is less than this 0.01 centimeter. While measuring the mass, you cannot measure before or less than 0.1 gram. So here actually delta m is given to you as 0.1 gram. समझ में? If no error has been given to you, if the least count is given to you, least count is considered as the maximum possible error there. ठीक है? So least count is the maximum possible error. What will be the value of delta L? Because all the lengths, whether this is length, breadth or height, they have been measured with a vernier caliper, and the vernier caliper is having a least count. That means that is the maximum possible error if you control everything. If there is no any other error, zero error or any other instrumental error or any personal error, if you control everything, then also there will be some error, and that will cause because of the least count. Because that particular measurement can only measure till this point. So the error in the measurement of length, breadth and height will be equal to delta L will be equal to delta B is equal to delta H, and that will be equal to least count of vernier caliper. Because they have been measured with vernier calipers. What will be the answer for that case? That is 0.01 centimeter. So you now know the value of delta L, delta B, delta H. You know the value of delta M. Just put all the values here. You know the value of M. M कितना बच्चा लोग 40. You know the value of L. L कितना बच्चा लोग 4. B कितना है 2.5. Thickness और H कितना है 0.04. Now put all the values, you'll get the maximum permissible error. Alright guys, I hope I make this thing clear to all of you. So आज के लिए बस इतना ही. I know I have taken 10 extra minutes for you, but it's okay. चलता है, doubt solving session है. So guys, thank you for attending the class. If you still have any doubt, you can WhatsApp me on my number. I'll try to clarify that. Otherwise, you can refer the solution that has been given, that has been uploaded on the drive. Thank you guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy my day. Bye bye. Take care.